Hey guys, what's up? It's Kendall again, and I'm continuing my series of 25 different makeup looks using this beautiful palette by Morphe. Today we just did a little gradient gold look with the sharp edges. Looks pretty good. Also, we're talking about Christmas traditions because my family's the shit and make Christmas awesome every single year. So to see this look and a little bit more about me, keep on watching. I'm super excited for today's look because it's easy. Anyone can do it. It's one of the best makeup tricks you will ever learn in your life. This is going around TikTok. This is something I think Bryn, I think it's Bryn, does on her TikTok all the time. And let me tell you, I've been doing this since high school and it is chef's kiss, baby. All you need is tape. Literally, Christmas is coming. I know you have tape laying around the house. If not, go get some. Dollar Tree, sis. Come on. Strips of tape. Do a little bit on the back of my hand. And then you literally just line it up with the bottom corner of your eye and put it kind of where we're creating like a wing today, okay? But with eyeshadow. So stay with me, okay? Do that to both sides and try to make it as even as possible. We are going to be using all of these around here. I think it would be fun to play with. So we're gonna go with that. Are you fucking kidding me? Look what I just did. Straight up nail into that. I love my life. Every family is so different, and my family personally has always made Christmas so special every year. And now that we're adults, we're kind of like changing up the way that we do things for Christmas, and it's way more fun. Like this year we're doing a cocktail contest, and where each couple in the family is responsible for creating their own cocktail. And we have someone on appetizers, we have someone on the main meal, and then we have someone on dessert. So me and my boyfriend are personally responsible for dessert this year. So we're making a dessert cocktail, and I think we're gonna do like a sugar cookie martini. I think that would be really good. He came up with a really simple recipe that would be so easy to make. And then we're gonna pair it with like the cake bites, but we're gonna make like a Christmas, you know, those white Christmas tree, what the heck are they called? They're the white Christmas tree like cakes. I forget what they're called. I don't know, they come in a box similar. What the heck are they called? They come in like a similar box as like a cosmic brownie would. And we're gonna make cake bites with them is what I was getting at. One of my favorite family traditions we did growing up though was me and my sister were allowed to wake up whenever we wanted in the morning. And the only rule was we couldn't wake our parents up until 8 a.m. And that was just the standard rule for the entire time we were kids. If we wanted to, we could open our stocking up first by ourselves, just like me and her in the morning. And typically that was like my little ass waking up at like 4 a.m. to get my sister up and go downstairs. But my sister and I just never, we may have dug into our stockings a little bit, but we never were like ripping into presents super early. And me and her would just like sit on the couch and stare at the tree in awe and just be like, oh my God, this is so cool. Like Santa came. And then once we would wake our parents up at 8, we would run upstairs and be like, wake up, it's Christmas. And then we would all come downstairs. Mom and dad would throw a pot of coffee on. And as we got a little older, like we would wait for coffee to be ready, and then we would all go sit down. And then we would open our stockings all together. And then after our stockings were done, we would start getting into a little bit of the presents that were there. But instead of just like going ham into the presents, my dad would pick up one present at a time and read the label, because like my parents made it like to Kendall from Santa, or like to Kendall from our dog Kiefer. Like it was so cute. And then once he read it off, he would pass it to whoever's present it was, and then we would all watch that person open their present, and it was just really cool. And then once we had that like going for the day, we would stop halfway through our presents and take a break, go eat breakfast, and then come back and make it last all day. And that is literally my favorite part of our Christmas, is that it seriously did last all throughout the day. It was never just like, I don't know, some families get up and just rip through presents. Like by 7 a.m., the kids are done with their presents for the day, and I just think that's so like such a waste of the day. And if you go slower, like we were so grateful for everything we got. And my family didn't really grow up like having like luxury things or anything. It wasn't like we were opening up the new iPhone of that season. It was just like little things that we had asked for throughout the year that my parents took note of. And I don't know, it just made it so special that we sat and watched everyone open their gifts and like their reactions, and it was just super special. And I know it's my parents who made it so magical. I don't know, that's just like how our Christmases went for the longest. And still as adults, we did that up till last year before we came up with this new like competition that we're gonna do, and I just think it made it so special. Another thing my parents did for us growing up that was so cool every year when we were younger, of course, they would get us a new sled every year. So each Christmas, I grew up in Buffalo, New York, so we got snow like you would not imagine my entire life. We got a new sled every single year. So each year, like the sleds were never wrapped. They were like in the front of the presents. That was ultimately like the coolest thing. Each year it was a different sled. Like one year we got circle sleds that when you went down a hill, they would spin, and it was wild. Another Christmas tradition that makes me really sad, doesn't happen as much anymore, is waking up after eating Thanksgiving dinner for Black Friday, literally like at midnight on the dot, Thanksgiving night / like the Friday morning. We would wake up at like 12 or 1 a.m. and we would go shopping. And that is what I miss so much. Stores don't do that anymore because now they're all open on Thanksgiving. And I hate that, by the way, because these people should be with their families, not freaking working. But that's a whole nother rant I could go on. I used to go with my sister, my mom, my cousin Stephanie would be home, and we would just go ham on Black Friday. I mean, granted, I would buy shit for myself instead of everyone else because it would be so cold already at home that we would like stop and get Tim Hortons on the way. We would go shopping, and then we would come home and like go through everything that we got. And we don't do that anymore because the stupid stores are open on Thanksgiving now. So it's like, what's the point of getting up in the middle of the night and like standing in lines at the mall? Instead, it's like everyone's just there on Thanksgiving, which sucks because I feel so bad for the workers. Like, they should be with their families. They shouldn't be in this freaking Walmart, like, getting these people stupid shit they don't need. My mom, me, and my sister would spend an entire day baking Christmas cookies, and I'm talking like 3 KitchenAids are going between me, my mom, my sister, my grandma. Some of my mom's friends would join us some years. We had probably like 20 different cookies being made that day. My mom has like the stacked 2 ovens, like they were always going. We got to pick out like which cookies we wanted to make that year. Typically, me and my sister and my mom had our own that we would always make. Like, my mom makes these really good peanut butter balls, and they're just like these peanut butter ball cookies that are covered in chocolate, but like you have to freeze the balls first and then dip them in the melted chocolate and then freeze them again. My sister would always do like these spritz cookies that you like put in this spritzer, and you press it on the pan and it makes like cute little spritzer cookies. And I was always in charge of cutout cookies because that is my all-time favorite to make, and the dough tastes the best, obviously, so that's the one I went with. But we also used to get these things in school growing up. I don't know if anyone else had this or if it was just like a regional thing, but little like fundraisers where you could buy cookie dough and sell it, and they had Christmas cookies in there. And I remember getting like a Play-Doh version, and it was different, like red, green, and white. It was like Play-Doh almost, but it was cookie dough. And me and my friends one year, we got this cookie dough and we just like ate most of it instead, but we also threw it at the kitchen ceiling for whatever reason. There was a literal like oil mark on our ceiling when we moved out 20 years later. Like that, I remember looking at that and being like, oh yeah, that was me. My bad. Just throwing cookie dough at the ceiling, ruining my parents' beautiful house. Christmas Eves growing up were the shit at my house. We would have my dad's side of the family over, and they're like drinkers, so everyone was sloshed. When my dad's side is so lit. What we would do for tradition is like, instead of everyone worrying about gifts or whatever, each family would like bring a dish to pass, and we would just have this huge potluck of like subs and pizza and like chicken wing dip and all this different stuff that was so good. Oh my God, you could eat for literal days. But we would do like a huge potluck, so everyone brought their own dish to pass. We would do a grab bag, and basically what it was when we were younger, there would be a kid's grab bag and then an adult grab bag. But as everyone got older, we just had the adult grab bag. And it was literally like one of those huge trash bags, like an industrial size. And there was like a $20 gift limit or whatever. And everyone was responsible for bringing an own gift into the grab bag. So everyone would wrap their gift, throw it in the huge like garbage bag. And then we would all choose numbers, and that decided like who chose the gift first, and then we would go in order of the numbers. We went around the room and like there's Christmas music on and everyone's just having a fun time. But there's like some funniness to this game because people would bring, like one year somebody taped a $20 bill to a brick and wrapped it up as the gift, and like that was the gift. And then other people would do like lottery tickets, or you would have like bath things like the Epsom salts and bubble bath, and then candles, and everyone brought a different gift. So some of it was like super funny. Somebody brought like a sex toy one year or something, I want to say, but maybe I just made that up. I don't know, but people were wild. This is my favorite part because it's so satisfying. Ooh, girl. See how that just creates the perfect wing? Can't beat it, can't beat it. I feel like every family has their own traditions that are so fun. Like some families are the marathon runners, and some families are the game players. And like you see those games where they like blow the candle out, and wherever the candle lands, that's like the gift that you get or the prize that you get or whatever. Like those are fun too. Some families go all out with those. But I'm interested to see what everyone's family traditions are. If you have any, leave a comment below. I'm just thinking, like, people used to go crazy on Black Friday. Like, getting up so early in the morning, go waiting in these, like, huge ass lines outside these stores. Like, there used to be people who died on Black Friday because they're trampled getting through the front doors. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. I can't believe we were like that. What are they doing now that everyone has TVs? Do people buy TVs on Black Friday still? Is that still a thing? Also, do you guys think that Christmas is way too, like, commercialized these days? Shit, dude. It's, like, people forgot what Christmas is all about. And, like, yeah, it's about Jesus and stuff. But if that's not your thing, it's about being with family. And, like, whatever happened to just doing a single gift for somebody and it just being personal? And we created this like huge mess of you have to have all of the presents and have this huge Christmas. Like I see a lot of families are switching to getting experiences instead of gifts, and I love that. I love that like the kids are getting like a trip to the zoo or like a day spent baking with grandma. Like that's so cute to me. I hope I can do that. Especially today, like we have too much pressure on parents to like make this extravagant Christmas, and it's just like, why are we doing that? Just spend time with your family and enjoy it. Feel the magic, you know what I'm saying? Feel the magic. So this is the look at the end. I don't know what that mark is, so just ignore it. I don't know, deal with it. I don't care. It's just sharp. Anyways, I hope you liked today's video. I'm doing a whole series, so this is number 2. I'm going to be doing 25 looks for Christmas. Careful who you idolize unless you idolize me.